Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya. Salam kebajikan. My name is Nanang Adi Pratama. I'm from English Literature. My student number is 33210192. Okay, and I want presentations. Classroom management project, and it's not about presentations. It's so explanations about what this topic about, and this project, and what I can take from the parts in the projects. So in this project is to be a separate two sections or two part. For the first is a part one is about the explanations about what a topic I can take. Is about communicating with the student, and the two is a problem solving resolutions. So what I can deliver for the continuously. So let's check it out. Okay, part one is communicating with the student. Why I choose this topic? I think it's a communicating is a core point of the sums of the relations between the educator and student, or teacher to student, because it's between the teacher and student have a bridge to the connections about the delivery of the learning process to be harmful for the student or for the another environment in the learning. So let's check it out. Let's start for the definitions. Communications with student is reverse to a process, is exchanging. It's about exchange and informations, ideas, thought, and emotions. I stop from this part because I want to uh, give a signs of informations, ideas, thought, and emotions is about the process in happen in the brain. So the process is about the thinking, and next is between the teacher or educator. So it's a thinking process of a teacher of educator and their student is about relations in educational setting, in educational environment. And this communication is compass various forms. So it's many forms because the journey is not including the one journey is can be including the verbal, non-verbal interaction, and written communication, and active listening, and acts, etc. Let's go for the intensive point I can give to you to primarily. Okay, intensive point for the first is about the clear and consistent communications. What is clear and consistent communications? It's a kind of bridge. It's kind of connections help to establish expectation and foster of sense security among students. For example, if a some if a teacher consistently using a calm tone is a calm way to explanations when addressing student, ensure that they feel respected and understood. Conversely, abrupt change in the communication style make confused and unsettled, because is I think in the conversely is another it happen in the clear consistent, because is clear and unclear and inconsistent is can be a converse. Okay, for the second is active listening. So why I sign to active listening? Because it's a kind of the important of effective communications, like involves not only transmitting information but also actively listening to student. Like this means that paying attention to their verbal or non-verbal cues, and acknowledging their perspective. We know about how can you perspective in the class, and validating their feelings, so you can check and recheck what the feeling what the what they feeling on the class right now, like this. Okay, for the example, when a student expresses some frustrations, is the expression frustrations with something like with a challenge, example with a challenging assessment, a teacher can actively, you can to be concerned, to actively listen by paraphrasing their concern and offering support, because it cannot help as of the student is to be try hard to passing this assessment. Maybe you can to minimize problem in this part. And the third is feedback encouragement. What is feedback encouragement? Is feedback is always about the constructive part. It's a constructive way to make the primarily. It's a constant primarily. It's for student to grow and develop. Like providing specific, again providing a kind of specific like actionable feedback have and student understand their strengths and area for improvement, so you can analyze what the student can be to be a effective domain. This can be improved in their domain. For example, a teacher praising student effort on a project and offering specific suggestion for improvement. So you can ask for demonstrated and supportive approach to communications. It's important because you to know kind of improvement, kind of you can know development of your student from from the, this part from this part, because it can be assessment for to your student what the grade can be reached, what the proficiency right now. And fourth is empathy and understanding. It's, it is simple because we always science child, recognizing and advertising is always teach by our parents like but in the learning environment or education's environment is about with students experience like a challenge and emotions collaborative and supportive, make a supportive learning environment. For example, a teacher acknowledging a student anxiety before a test and offering reassurance can alive the stress and enhance communication. So you can press about the frustrations before a sign, before kind of task, kind of assignment from your student, because it can be to be prevent, can be to prevent. You can make a move to prevent some bad thing comes your student before a test, because you always see about the student is always scared about oh assignment. I'm not learning before. I'm not learning. I'm not read the books. I'm not have a time to read the books. It's a kind of anxiety to before the and before to do assignment. So you just reinsert it and can be alive with the stress and to be with the enhanced communications, I think. And the five is a non-verbal communications. I think it's a such of Jamie. Non-verbal is about such a body language, a facial expression, a gesture can significantly impact communication with the student. Being mindful, this actually help ensure that intended message align with the convey message. Because before we burn, we always what the first language we learn is about the body language, about the facial expressions. You can smile, you can laugh, you can cry, you can yes sad. Sad is always looking for clearly if you in a body language. Like for example, a teacher maintaining a contact, and using open body language while speaking with student convey attentiveness and approachability. Well, what is attentiveness and approachability is about easy understanding to some of material. It cannot be explaining by the word. So the body language to help you give the example like the what you do, just like that. So it's kind of tool you have before your word and you can use to help you to make the communications more easily. Cultural sensitivity. Number 6. Communication should be cultural sensitivity and inclusive to accommodate the diverse background and perspective. Being a mindful of cultural difference in communication style, custom, and norm helps prevent the misunderstandings, promote respect. Uh, Cultural sensitivity in this slide is about acknowledging, like we can see about, for example, a teacher acknowledging and incorporating cultural celebration and tradition into the class discussions foster welcoming to inclusive environment. So including some cultural and the traditions to the class to make the like kind of habit of class is a more make a vibes of class can be appropriately maybe comfort and make a student more happy because it's like, oh, it's my habit in my village, it's my habit in my home, it's my traditions. So it's close to us, it's a more close to us, close in our personality, I think. In number 7 is the conflict resolutions. Conflict resolutions is a kind of skills, kind of skills of communications, essential skills, especially for resolving conflict and addressing disciplinary issue in the classroom, and encouraging the open dialogue, open communications, active listening, the mutual respect, and help to escalate conflict and find mutually acceptable solutions. For example, a teacher facilitating a class discussion to address conflict between students, encourage collaborations and problem-solving skill. So the problem-solving skill is what this conclusion is a conflict resolutions because one of the facility is to be a what can be trained our critical thinking if some the problem comes or happen. So it's the important skill because encourage the collaborations and problem solving because is that the useful skills in communications in the itinerary, but you can learn in the learning process. Okay, I have a study case in here, part 1. Before we end the part 1 to and next to the part 2, I have a study case. I invite you to imagine what kind of scenario, okay? In the classroom setting, imagine the scenario where students consistently struggle with completing assessment on time. Instead, reprimanding the student, the teacher takes a proactive approach by initiating private conversations to understand the underlying reasons for delay. Through the active listening and empathy, the teacher discovers the student experiencing challenge at home, making it difficult to focus on schoolwork. The teacher offers support and resources such as additional tutoring and flexible deadline to accommodate the student needs. This open empathetic communication not only address the immediate issue but also strengthen the teacher-student relationship. And the last is and foster supportive learning environment. Also, what the point of the study case with the communications, open communications, and some the active listening, the good active listening, you can resolve some problem what that can happen in the teacher-student relationship to be easily. So that's important, the communicating with the student with a good way. What I can explain in the part 1. So I have the part 1 can give you kind of good perspective to communicating with your student. Okay, we next to part two. Part two is about the problem solving. I have a three problem solving in here and different in different situations and different key issue and different problem. So what I can resolve this problem? Let's see. Okay, problem number one is about the disruptive student in the Mr. Eliezer class. What a key issue? Key issue is a destructive behavior in the classroom, effective class discussion, and overall learning. One solution I can take for the first is a seating arrangement and grouping. Why? Because the adjust seating plan to break up disruptive cluster. Or place student no disruptive in the front row or near the teacher for the closer supervision. Closer supervision isn't easy to ask to make a protecting or make the sum of looking what a student activity, what student habit, what student doing, if a kind of destructive activity in happen in the class. And second, a clear rules and consequence. Establish the clear rules behavior expected starting at the start of each class. Clearly communicate and consequence the disruptive behavior. Ensure that these rules are consequently enforced. So what mean the clear rules and consequence? So before you start about the kind of learning process, you have to agree about the norms and the discipline in your class. So the clear rule and consequence is about the good rules for the consensus to your class to regulate your class activity, and is constantly be enforced. And number third, engagement and participations. I think everyone is know about the implement interactive teaching method and to maintain student interest. Consider using the technique like a group project, debate class, communications, and discussions, involvement movement, and hands-on participations. It's about activity. It's about active activity, not a passive activity, but active activity. And number four is a positive reinforcement, like a reward positive behavior to give us some reward and give us some gift, and to encourage cooperative classroom environment, and use a verbal phrase or point system to like credit score, credit point to incentive the appropriate behavior. And the last is communicating with parents. If disruptive behavior is persist and communicate with the parents to get additional support, because what the student development for deep to know is about the parents relations. So we address to any underlying issue is a better to talk with parents. Okay, problem number two is about the disruptive student in Miss Kiandra class. And what a key issue is a single student name is Giovanno is causing repeated disruptions with provocative and sarcastic behavior. What a good solution I can offer to you? For the first, is a direct conversations. It clear expectations privately. Meet with the Giovanno. You talk about the privately, a person by person, to discuss his behavior. Explain how the effect can affect the class, establish clear expectation to appropriate, and explain what kind of behavior can be bad impact to class. And the second, behavior contracts, like a create behavior contract with the Giovanno that outlines specific behavior, and as a consequence, this should be cited by both the student and the teacher. And so the outline specific behavior, it can be good consequence. It's not only in line with the disrupted only not about disrupted. Okay. And number three is a positive reinforcement and engagement, like identify the Stefano interest and find what the Stefano want, what Stefano engages in this class, like find way to engage him in the class, provide opportunity for him to lead discussion or participate in way that align with skill. And look, you can elaborate what he want and what he want to do, like that. Okay. And number four is a classroom management technique, like a maintain firm but calm demeanor, response, dispose, disruptive, disruptive behavior, avoid public confrontations. You have to be like a peacekeeper, and with Mike, you encourage the further intention seeking behavior. You may acknowledge about that behavior can be seeking the further attention to give uh, beyond effect. And number five is consistent to enforcement of a consequence, only telling about what the consequence you can get if the behavior continue follow the through with the agreed upon consequence without deviating from the established plan, like that. And the last is about parental involvement support, like as you know, parents is understanding the behavior, so you can seeking their support, uh, reinforcing appropriate behavior to be a good manner in can be controlling about disruptive behavior. Okay, number three is about bickering and teasing Miss Hiskela class. Key issue: teasing and bickering among students, leading to classroom chaos and conflict. What solution I can offering to you? What the first? Uh, Classroom norms and respectful communications. You have a norms, you have ethics. You have to respectful another with the communications, like implement classroom norms that emphasize respect and teamwork. So conduct activity that promote empathy and understanding among the student. Is maybe conducive, is maybe to peace. And number two is conflict resolution training. uh, Teach student a basic conflict resolutions, like I said before in part one, is like a resolution skill is such active listening, expression feeling without the aggression. uh, you can express your feeling but without you can be hurt to someone, like that, and seeking the solution together, what can be good for the far beyond we can do. And number three, mediation and peer support. Use a peer mediation technique to resolve the conflict among two students. Appoint classroom mediator or peacekeeper to help manage minor dispute. You may be decreasing any disrupted, any bickering and teasing in the class, because you are peacekeeper. You must be controlling with the appointment and positioning yourself to be a mediator. uh, and number four is a positive classroom culture, like you can say like a promote positive culture through the team building, active group and project, recognize and reward the productive behavior, credit system, like that, so you can be controlling the vibes of your class. And is the number five is important. It's important to be remembered. Anti-bullying policies. Clearly communicate anti-bullying policies and ensure that students understand the consequence of bullying or teasing behavior, and implement consistent consequence for such behavior. We have a if you get a punishment, you have a wake up a punishment which be strike the law, so you can be a criminal, like that, so it can be hurt to someone, so it's important too. It's number six, teacher intervention and monitoring, like be vigilant uh, in modern classroom dynamic. Step in the when the teaching or conflict arises. For the important, you have to address the issue promptly and privately to avoid escalating tension. So, to be make tension calm down and the peace is a more hard, but you can do in the if you address the issue the promptly and privately, because the person by people is different. So the student can be treated by properly and efficiently to avoid escalating tension is a good manner you can do from now. And number 7, the last, engagement classroom activity. Create engaging classroom activity that require collaboration, teamwork, fostering sense community, reducing opportunity for the teaching. I think it's easy, like a number 1, and you can do in the group, and don't worry, it can be to be a success. I think it is enough for me, and for the explanations and the problem solving I can explain to you. What I can point again, to be make relations between the teacher and student to be make harmful from each other, from teacher and student, for created some good vibe in the class. I think it's hard. I think it's so difficult. But you have to know, in difficult, always the way to make something difficult, maybe to be defeated with kind of solutions, kind of way, kind of theory, kind of approach, kind of some feeling approach. It's many. It's many. I think it's one problem. It's always have many solution to close and finish that problem. So don't be worried. Learning is make you happy. Learning student, teaching student is make you happy, because I think it's not happy than more in the world, more happy in the world than you can sharing your something, something can be advantage, can be useful, uh, another acknowledging, because make the some student to be smart, to be intelligent is more important than you make your rich to and eat your food and every day to make you rich, to make you make money, but you cannot know what the future do in your family, in your country, in your dreams, in your futures. I think it's enough for me. Thank you.